I jamming them heavy, coming like a hurricane. So clear the way for me, soca hurricane. This year is people keep on telling me, no go in competition no more. Cause they getting fed up with the result of the mass grass show. Every year is same thing, like they holding something against me. Entertaining a foreign country, forget them and the monarchy. But I tell them I win everything already. I know I go to it again. The inspector don't surrender easy. So I come in back like a hurricane. My people don't get me wrong. They can't keep a good man down. You have to be very strong. Need to fight this struggle. You cannot sit down and cry. You have to hold your head high. This is what I'm born to do. My fans don't feel blue. I want in them all in. Coming like a hurricane. No result can stop me. Soca hurricane. Tell them critics louder. Coming like a hurricane. They go hear the thunder. Soca hurricane. When I done, they go have to call my name. Because I don't play no kind of game. Anybody trying to keep me down, tell them inspector say they have it wrong. Wrong. This calypso business getting worse than politics. Specky, you're talented for true, but they have the thing well fixed. Inside your own country, you don't get encouragement. They go always do you, behaving jealous and ignorant. It's a long way we all have to travel. Some may rise and some may fall. Have some feet and no are able. Them things cannot hold me back at all. They go always in my face, cause I'm staying in the race. And I aim in for the top. I will never give up. And I win, I never quit. Always coming back for it. I have to achieve my goal. Fire in the soul. Don't get too nervous. Coming like a hurricane. A shaking Grenville fast. Soca hurricane. Don't tell me calm down. Coming like a hurricane. I hope winds back strong. Soca hurricane. Spreading news all over. Coming back. Cause I hate when they keep me in the dark. On the television and radio. They must make time and let the public know. So looks me, Frankie.
I woke up in a special way this morning. I don't know why I feel this way this morning. but something really touched my soul this morning.
And good morning. I'm listening to this song I'm saying morning, A good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'll be with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. It's now 4 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock on the Spice Isle of Grenada.
Ask me what it's all about. Something burning.
Listening to the song, I start to repeat the lyrics. We say a special good night to all of you listening via the various mediums. Those of you listening via YouTube, those of you on Facebook, those of you listening via 94.9 out there in Brooklyn.
And put an end to violence today. Help your fallen brother by the way, and surely we will see a brighter day. Neighbor.
And let me just say a good night to those of you on the YouTube. First of all, let me see. Gemma Warwood, good night to you. Phyllis Mitchell, Sherma Jeremiah, yes, good night to you, dear. Sharon Felix, and let me see. Deborah Laborde, good night to you. Jacinta Livingston, Agnes Henry, Wilfred Antwine, good night. Miriam Samuel, Kathleen Ledlow, Beavis John, good night. Kathleen Knights, Listra Abraham, Jackie, yeah, good night to you. And Henry Chaiton, Adrian Watts, good night. Matthew Bowen out there in beautiful Brooklyn, good night, bro. Faith Lynn Hallie Douglas, good night. Deborah, good night to you. And Anna Barbara, baby daddy, good night. And Andrews, good night. Siobhan Charles, Cynthia, good night to you. And Bernadette Clive, Veronica, good night to all of you. Nicole Hamilton, good night. Michelle Alexander, Fitzroy Philip, Stephanie John, Alan Jones, good night to you and the family. Marilyn Ferguson, good night to you. Teresa Alexander, Hermina Batiste, Errol Bonaparte, and Miriam, good night to you. And Alcy and Gavin and Samuel. Nursey Onaika, good night to you. And Dave, Maria, Lona, good night. Kim Creedland, good night to you. Public Notice, good night. Wendy Telesford, Stephen Simon, Janet Bennett, Maria Noel, Christine Otley, good night to you. Manda Jeremiah, good night. Sky, good night to you. And let me see over on the Facebook. And I had to take it by first name only. June, Charmaine, Denise, Barbara, Kathy Pope, good night. Augustine Panchu, Doc, good night to you. Curlin Samuel, good night. Vanessa, Denise, Landon, Linda, Patrick, Laslin, Sherry, Claude, Diana, Edlin, Manda, Phyllis, Cicely, Anne, Renwick, Lona, Kisha, good night to, well, it's Kish, Carla, right, Kish, Carla, good night. Right, Kishon, Wallan, Louisa, Dwight, Laslin, good night to you. Rodney and Winnie, Tessa, good night. Fletcher, good night to you. Atangi, good night. Meryl, what's up, girl? Teresa, Marcel, Charmaine, Joan, Norma, Maudlin, Leonard, Mavis, Jillian, good night to you. That's the one with the J, the one with the G somewhere wrong. I'll see her just now. Maudlin Bartholomew, the other Maudlin, good night to you. Paula, Norma, McLean, Cassandra, Cleaver, Therese, Betty Ann Murray, good night. Dylan, Christine Adams, my lovely cuz, good night to you. Yolande, Vanessa Leroy, Linda, Imelda Francois. I must hit that whole name. Cynthia, and you see that I know the other Jillian around with the G now. Jillian, good night to you. And Kimita. Let me see, Cindy. Good night to all of you on the Facebook. All right. Yes. So good night to you on the YouTube. Good night to you all on the Facebook. Joyce, I know you're locked in. Oh, we've already had a caller. Call on the WhatsApp. You can call back. Yes, the phone lines are open. It's our final program for this week. The phone lines are open for the entire program.
She asked me what it's all about. Something burning.
Yes, the meeting in St. David is taking place. It had been our intention to broadcast that meeting for you as well. But due to technical difficulties, we weren't able to do that. Yeah, the internet kind of giving a little problems on their end. So we weren't able to broadcast that for you. But we'll make sure that it's recorded so that we can broadcast it for you. Huh?
your fallen brother by the way, and surely we will see a brighter day. Neighbor, 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 love thy neighbor, neighbor, neighbor.
So the phone lines are open 440-7377, giving you the opportunity to speak. And 347-329-3101. And we have a call online. Good night.
Hey, good night, brother Sheldon.
Hey, good night. How you doing, bro?
I'm okay, man.
I haven't heard you for a while.
I did around, man. I did.
All right. I just realized that here if I look a while and shoot tonight. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, brother Sheldon. A lot of workers went home again today.
Wow.
Security men and women that was working. They are sent home yesterday. Last night was the last night of work. They are home or they are on the bread line. Some of them they had a family to take care of, and they're out of work now. And brother Sheldon, I want to ask you a question. What was the purpose of this government coming to power? Was to commit crime against the poor class of people. When you look at what we've seen, while they increasing, they get more money. They send home workers who are working for the next to nothing. But they've already planned to take more money. Right? Who helping? Who helping? Who is seeking the need of the poor class of people? When you send home people that's working, they have a family. Their children to send to school. They send to school books to buy, uniform to buy, food to buy for the children, and send home both the father and mother might be working and send them home. What happened to them? What happened to them? Who are to seek the interest? Is the government. But what the government are doing is not seeking the interest of the poor class of people. They're just getting rid of people. Right? Because I always say, today, you might try to elevate some and try to keep down some. But the parents that you're taking away the job from, today or tomorrow, please God, one of the same young man or the young girl might be your son-in-law. Right? You try to keep the parents away for giving her proper education. And then when she can become your son-in-law, what will happen? How will you feel about what you did to the parents because you take away a job from them? You take away a job from them. I want to say to the security workers and all workers that lost their job, let me give you a word of advice. Man could do as much as they want, but there comes a time it will come to an end. And when they try to close a door on you, God will open many more doors for you and better doors. So stay strong. Don't give up. Fight a good fight of faith. Let's continue to pray. And God will take care. Believe in God. Believe in your prayer. And when you pray, obviously thank God for answering your prayer. Right? There is no limit to prayer. There is nothing that God cannot do. With Him, all things are possible. So keep on put your trust in God, and He will supply your need. Man will fail you, but God will never fail you. So stay strong. To all the workers that love the job, keep on staying strong and fight and stand up and fight. Fight for your cause and fight it with your word. Fight it with a heart of love. And those who committing crimes against the people, we still have to pray that God, they will change the attitude towards mankind. Brother Sheldon, have a blessing.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside tonight. And 347-329-3101.
This morning neighbor.
Let me say a special good night to the listeners out there in Virginia, those in Maryland, those in Washington, D.C., Florida. Good night to you. North Carolina, South Carolina, my good friends out there in Arizona. I know you're locked in each and every night. So I'm saying a special good night to you as well, yeah? Our regional listeners, those listening down there in Trinidad, in Tobago, those of you down in Guyana that are listening.
Violence today. Help your fallen brother by the way, and show
And we have a call online. Good night.
Sharon Scott, good night to Talking
Camille.
Point family, and good night to all the Grenadians home and abroad. Last night I listened to y'all, but the sleep going me boy, I lie down and drop asleep.
Yes.
You know, but I'm here. I'm there. Everything all right?
Yes, everything is okay on my end. I know you ain't seen me
Yeah,
for a few days.
everything all right with me. You know, I cannot complain. I won't complain, you know, but I'm fighting a good fight, Sheldon. And my heart goes out to, because the caller I just speak there to you, because I know they sent home most of them. Yesterday was the last day. Now it's just sad that, I mean, the ministers and them that they in parliament, they have, and I don't know if they're thinking, if they just think about other people, you know, that in need, and you send them home. They have a water bill to pay, the light bill, and you have people that rejoicing, you know, and it's just sad. Because a guy live all the way from St. Patrick, and he had a lot of people sit down by me this evening. And he comes straight up, Miss Camille, you're talking too much. They go shut you down. You see, they want to shut down Andre. But I want to tell the Grenadian people, even before NDC come in power, are eating and drinking, and so I'm not scared what man could do unto me, because I am a believer. I believe in the Almighty God, you know. So when they pass and they tell you them things that have you get up fear, I don't care what no prime minister right now could do to me. Nobody. Trust me. I grew up hard and tough. I grew up eating rose red fruit and them things. So if they want to shut me down, they could shut me down. They could shut it, the building there, but they can't shut me down. You understand what I'm saying? So I won't let this thing bother me. Like, yeah, one man that have all the contract with the thing coming there every day. A big man, so coming every morning and just come there to harass me. But I ain't bothering about that. I good. All you don't worry about Miss Camille. And I'm so sorry for some of y'all, because y'all been at an early sale. And next thing I want to say, Mr. Scott, I'm appealing to the lady in Boucherjou here. I want her to stop saying them things she said about Dr. Mitchell. Because I've been around, she used to dance bus with us, going in all meeting, cooking food to give people, sharing out things with Dr. Mitchell. The group will give this to give people. And I, Miss Lady, you know who you is. You live in Boucherjou. The NNP government did a lot for you. Stop running your mouth in Boucherjou about the ex-prime minister. That is not nice. That is not nice, Miss. And everybody does hear you. Stop it. That is not nice. That's what I have to say tonight. I don't have to call your name, but everybody know and everybody talking about it. That man was a good man to the people in Boucherjou. Breathe and happy. I mean, he couldn't give everybody the supply. He couldn't give everybody a load of sand. You understand? And don't blame him because you didn't get certain things. Because some of the people that was doing the work, they just didn't want to give you. So don't say anything. It's not nice. That does bother me. Because I know it's not a nice thing to do. Cause go take you. Stop it. Have a good night, Trinidad.
All right,
Kevin, I'm feeling some jacks.
Okay, my dear.
I'm feeling some jacks.
Well, thing going on fire.
I'm listening.
All right, my dear.
Have a good night, darling.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. Yes, indeed, 4407377. And I think, let me see, I think I missed a call on the, yeah. So let me answer a call over on the WhatsApp there. Nice. Oops. Yeah, come on, Ting. Answer. Nice. That's a good one. Hello, good night. Hello.
Good night, Sheldon. Sheldon, how are you doing?
Doc, how are you?
Man, yeah. I'm doing okay. Listen, man, listen. Boy, I want to extend the conversation. Last night we really had a great conversation. We were educating our people. We were empathizing and we were sharing our concern for the safety of workers. Today, Well, last night again, and today we understand that the security that was posted, the company that was responsible for securing the Radun um, unit of the General Hospital, and that is the psychiatric. That's where the emergency for uh, they do the intake for psychiatric patients. So the assessments are done at Radun, and sometimes people have mental health challenges, but it is not long term and there is no severe diagnosis, so they do not actually need to go to the Mungay psychiatric facility. And these people receive services at the Radun, sometimes substance use, mental health challenges that needs to be attended to immediately and can be addressed, and people can go home. So that facility, the security, the Sentinel company that was responsible, Sheldon, and you will probably know a little more about it than I do, but I was reliably informed that the security company lost their contract. So today, as of today, no one has yet received the contract to provide security. So what we are doing here tonight, Sheldon, two things immediately on that front. One, we are empathizing with the medical professionals who provide services at Radun, the emergency services that they provide, the nurses, the orderlies, the physicians, the nurses' aid, the administrators who work, have their offices right there. It is a risk, Sheldon. We know that every medical facility, Sheldon, is not just psychiatric facilities, but every medical facilities of the nature of the General Hospital ought to be surveilled by properly trained security personnel. They provide security. Sheldon, here is an interesting thing, and I haven't heard you say it on your program yet, but within the last couple of years, there was an incident involving a nurse that was severely physically hurt by a mentally ill or mentally challenged patients that sought services from the hospital. And I understand that she is still recuperating from her injuries and her trauma. So tonight we want to register, Sheldon. I want to register the an alarm that says that we have to do better. Last night you and I established that security is not just the physical people who are stationed at the entrance to protect, etc., but also the correct treatment is a form of security, and medication is a form of security. But tonight, when you take away the physical presence of security, you are making the medical professionals, you are putting them in a vulnerable position, because hurt has come to personnel providing these services, Sheldon. And this is a serious breach of healthcare management. You see where I'm going with this? Healthcare management. It's not just providing security and keeping people safe. This is healthcare management. And what these leaders, and I'm using the word loosely tonight, the minister and other people who are directing the contract and the services, what they are not understanding is that when you do that, you put a lot of people in danger, Sheldon. And we want to register our deepest, profound concern tonight that if you can't lead, get out of the way so that people who can lead and who have a track record of direct leadership and adequate and proficient leadership can lead. So, Sheldon, the security of the medical professional is the first front, but then the second front that I want to talk about tonight is that of the people who are losing their job. I mean, Sheldon, things are already tough, and we want to register tonight that this government is not doing anything creatively in the economy to generate alternative employment. In other words, in places where people lose contract or they lose a job, in the morning they can apply for a wide range of existing jobs because there are other opportunities. But in our economy and in our country, Sheldon, the government already is not enhancing the economy in such a way that people are investing and there are lots of opportunities for employment. As a result, those who lost their contract and or who were sent home, they are on the breadline, creating a cycle of poverty and a cycle of restlessness and anxiety, and people wondering, where will I find money to pay my bills? Those are the two things I wanted to talk about tonight, Sheldon. There are other things I want to talk about. I'll call back a little later on because I just want this to sink in. What happened today for the personnel at the Radun facility and the people who have lost their job? Sheldon, these conditions are ripe for chaotic behavior, a deviant behavior, and people are uneasy right now.
So, Doc, let me understand something here.
Yeah.
What you're actually saying is that there have been, for today, no security at the mental facility at Rathdun.
Yes, Sheldon, I was told that. And I trust my source that for today, I don't know about what later on happened, but this morning when I made contact or when contact was made, I was reliably informed that there was no substitute and or alternative to provide the security from the company that lost that contract as of yesterday. So there was no security.
My goodness. And again, as you mentioned, it is a problem when it comes to management. Because you ought to know, because they were the ones that notified the security companies that your contract will be ending on such and such a day. The security contractors were not the ones that said, we are leaving on the 31st of May. They were the ones that informed them, as of the 31st of May, take your Jahashi bundle and go. They were the ones that did it. Now, to see a situation where that date has come and the following day, they have not put in place what they ought to have put in place to ensure, one, the security of the workers at those facilities. And if I was the Public Workers Union, I was getting involved in that, because now you are affecting the security and safety and well-being of the workers at those facilities. Be they the doctors, the nurses, the cleaners, you're affecting their security. Secondly, you're affecting the security of the patients because they can be injured by other patients. So you're affecting their security. And third, you're affecting the security of the general public because you are allowing a situation where there can be unauthorized interaction between the patients at the facility and the general public. So they're putting three different categories of people in danger by what they are doing. So this is a serious, I don't know if the listeners are understanding just how serious a matter this is that you've raised there. Because it's a very serious one.
Absolutely, Sheldon. And today I was about to call Brian Grams. I need to, or Daisy, because I think the Public Workers Union need to ensure the safety of the public workers who provide these services. And yes, Sheldon, let me say this here. You know, you have a pseudo leaders. I call them pseudo, PSYUDO, pseudo leaders who come around and talk about they've got belly and they've got guts and boots on the ground. And what are we seeing? We are not seeing the action to parallel the big words and the big mouth that people are saying. This is what leadership is about, Sheldon, and this is what I want to raise tonight. Because if you are a leader, you ought to know exactly how the protocol is going to happen at the General Hospital or the Radun unit. If you are losing workers, whether they are on strike or they are terminated or they have retired, you ought to know, if you're a leader, Sheldon, that tomorrow, Friday, Thursday, the 1st of June, you must have people to provide the security. And if you don't know that or understand the importance of that, then you ought to demit office ASAP.
Yes, I agree. Because I can understand a situation like this. Our people who are suffering from mental illness need special care and attention. They don't need to be reviled. They don't need to be joked about. They need special care and attention and our concern. We need to protect them, and we also need to protect those who may be violent, to protect people from them as well. So you can have a situation where you're messing up with the security in an area like that. You can't have a situation like that. That's I mean, come on, really and truly. So I mean, somebody had to tell them that they had to have a security officer there. Somebody had to explain that to them.
Yeah, I laughable. This is just it's like child's play, Sheldon. What we're witnessing here is very novice. It shows lack of leadership. It shows lack of in emotional intelligence. It shows lack of just common sense. And we deserve better. And that's the point I want to end up with tonight, Sheldon. The Grenadian public deserve and we demand better. Of
course. Right, I'd like to thank you so very much, Doc. Feel free to call back later in the program if you want to raise another issue. I'm doing an open line tonight, as you realize. So feel free to call back if you want to raise another issue later down in the program.
All right, yes.
All right, thank you so very much. All right, yeah. 440737. We are speaking there with Dr. Panchu. And if the information that he got is correct, then that's a very dangerous situation for us to have ourselves in. Yeah? Because we were hearing this thing, we heard from one of the security contractors called, we know that there is a situation where they have removed the contracts from one group of people. And here it is. Remember, while they have taken the contracts from people who have been involved in some instances for over 20 years, going for 30 years, involved in security and various aspects of security, have done various training courses, have been doing training with the staff that are at the facilities. You have individuals, absolutely no background in security. None. Yeah? They play police before, but they have no background in security. Right? They've registered companies within the last 3 months. Is when they went and they registered a company. So the company didn't exist before 2023 in some instances, and in one or two, the companies were registered last year because they knew what they were intending to do. So one or two went and registered a company last year. But these were not companies that they are security companies existing for an extended period of time. No, they set them up. In fact, the only qualification of these individuals is that they are supporters of the National Democratic Congress, or they have been previously senior members of the National Democratic Congress, as in they have been members on the executive and things like that. We have a call online. Good night.
Mr. Sheldon, good night, sir.
Good night. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
All right. Go right ahead.
Yes. I want to know something. What really going on in Grenada?
Well, we are trying to figure it out, my friend.
Yeah, because what I'm hearing, I don't like these things, because what I'm saying, how could you, doing this thing to people which the same poor people you say, the same poor people that put you there. And come on, I hear this thing, in a place like Monge, where mental people. Yeah, because I just understand.
Well, I know they said Rathdun. I'm not absolutely clear, and Doc could call back and clarify if Mount Gay is included as well. I know he
Okay.
mentioned Rathdun. That's the other facility at up at the hospital.
Okay.
I am not sure, and I hope not, because well, Mount Gay may be included in it. I wouldn't
Well,
doubt.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, obviously, because to me, I mean, and because it's what I gather from that, you know. So I mean, and if that is sure, or they're trying to do it, I mean, what's about people?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm there.
yeah. No, okay, I thought you cut off. Yeah,
No, I'm
I
there.
don't understand what is going on with them, my friend. I tend to think that the NDC never knew they were going to win the election. They were talking a big talk, but they never expected that people would take them seriously and give them the country to run. Yeah, and they find themselves in a situation now they're awestruck. When you could be doing an interview with the sitting prime minister, you ask him what is his greatest takeout from becoming prime minister, and he says
Right.
that so much people want to take out picture with him. Not that he's been able to do things for the poor people of Grenada, not that he's been able to do something for the elderly, not that he's been able to do something for youth, not that he's been able to do anything for anybody. But I mean, to come and say that's how the best thing that has happened since he became prime minister is that he get to take out a lot of pictures with people. I mean, that just says a lot about the individual and where their focus is.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know, and what I like, you see, those guys, you know, it's like I believe that they cannot manage. They cannot govern. They don't know maybe how to manage a country or how to govern. You see, and they don't have it. You see, when the Mr. Claudius, you know, Keith Mitchell, I mean, the man, he could manage. The man could govern. And the man, it takes a man to govern a country as Grenada. You know, but since NDC come in power, I mean, it just, you know, it's real mess and chaos, real stupidness. It's like it's like your first time you get a toy, and you just play, you're laughing, and I mean that's what I'm seeing from guys. Them guys, trust me, those guys they ain't ready for that yet. The guy not quartered for this thing. They ain't ready yet. Because real Mexico and Grenada, it's like Grenada go back and go slow again. Because when in 2008, I mean, that's what is happening again. So it's like, it's real crap going on here.
Gubar.
I mean, I just understand.
I was just told that Rathdun is the unit at the Mount Gay Hospital. So yeah, it's at Mount Gay, yeah. So someone was just telling me, and somebody that would know. Was because I actually thought there was a Rathdun at the General Hospital, But I'm being told Rathdun is the acute unit at the Mount Gay Psychiatric Hospital. So you learn something new every day.
Yeah, and I understand that. So, good night.
All right. Thank you
And
so
take
very
care.
much, caller.
Okay.
440-7377, and let me see. I missed a call on the WhatsApp. Let me call back that individual here. All you know me, when I miss a call on the WhatsApp, I call back the individual. That's a dangerous situation. You cannot and you ought not to have a situation like that. You cannot and you ought not have a situation where people let me see. Here. You ought not to have a situation where people are placed in danger like that. We really can't be having those kind of situations taking place. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on the inside. Whether you're calling on WhatsApp or you're calling direct, and 347-329-3101 if you're calling from outside of Grenada. And I've been seeing some photos. I can't put them up yet, but I've seen some photos and one or two video from the meeting in St. David. The new National Party meeting in St. David up in Wester Hall. Yeah, because I realized the Prime Minister get frightened. He just remember it are people in St. David. Yeah, because Mr. Oliver Joseph and the new National Party team is having their meeting in St. David. And he's afraid now. Yeah, he's afraid. So he go and have meeting in St. David tonight too. Yeah. He go and he do walkabout to go and encourage people to come. And then he go and he rush go and have meeting in St. David tonight too. Yeah, that's coward thing, man. I say you're safe on your thing, man. You're not afraid nobody. I didn't realize the man afraid. Yeah, you run go and we have a call on the line. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Good night. Yes, you're live.
Sheldon, to be honest with you, to be honest with you, Sheldon, you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you very clearly. Go right ahead.
I don't surprised, I don't sad, and I don't glad that some of the people who the NDC sending home was getting.
Hello? Hello? Okay, that caller seems to be in a bad signal location. Caller, you just get disconnected, waiting to see if you get reconnected. Because it seems as though they're in an area with a bad signal. I ain't gonna call which service provider they're most likely using, but in a bad signal area. We'll have to get back that caller. That caller will have to call us back. 440-7377, that's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. All right? Yeah. So, yeah, I thought the man safe. I thought the man brave. Use Prime Minister and think you have to run to go and have a meeting in the area because the opposition is having a meeting in your area. Come on, Mr. Prime Minister. We thought you're braver than that, man. And he just do meeting, he go and he do walkabout too. Yeah, he go and he do walkabout and then he go and have meeting, because he try to tell people, watch, all you come. We have a call online. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Not so bad.
All right.
Sheldon, what burns me the most is not the big people, it's the children of this country. I wonder when the Prime Minister making the decision to lay off these security officers, did he sleep? Did he pray about what goes on with these children, these parents and them who is single parents, and they have 5, 6 children, and you send them home now? What goes on with these children of this nation? What they will turn to. You have to think about what they will turn to. You understand? Online, the anthem say, God bless our nation. God, we really need you more than ever for our children of this nation. Thank you.
All right, caller. Thank you so very much. 440-7377. They say the voice of the people is the voice of? All right. Yeah, I don't even have to end that one for all. You could end it for yourself. The voice of the people is the voice of. Nice. Yeah, they have a way to say it in Latin as well, Let's take this call. Hello. Okay, we lost that one. 440-7377. That's 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. That's if you want to call us on the overseas line. You can give us a call there as well. Nice. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to tell them it's in song, Let me play the song for them. Folks, remember, it's the Pre-Father's Day activity. It's coming up on the Grand Mall playing field, and it's coming up on the Sunday, the 11th of June. And let me see, there's one on the WhatsApp on it. Let me take the one on the WhatsApp, and then I'll take the other one. All right, so we have a call on the WhatsApp. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon Scott.
Good night, sir. Yes, go right ahead. You're live. Caller?
What? Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead. Yeah, we're hearing you. Go right ahead. You're live.
What NDC? Why NDC trying to? What NDC trying? What they're trying? And the PIBT restaurant, they want to go and have meeting too. All of go walk.
Well, they've done it. They went and they had the meeting as well.
That can work is send every how more send every in fact if I send every one vote for them back again. Not again. We have too much. You have too much promises and you not confuse the promises. Tell the man take a back seat, man. Yeah, get a back seat now. He just done. He just done, Shannon. Shannon, I went in the shop today. And I buy Dutch Lady me. Sweet me. It's $6 some cents. $6. Shannon,
What was the previous price?
When I used to buy it before, I pay $4. No, you go up to $6 now.
Wow. What I would say is this: once that war continues in Ukraine, it will drive the price of various products up, and that includes dairy products. So cheese, milk, butter, those things, the prices of them will go up exponentially over a period of time. Because remember, the wheat is used to make the feed that feed the animals. Also, there's a lot of production of milk and so in those territories. Well, was until the war started. So it's going to affect the price. What has to be done, though, is that the government on this end has to look at that and know that the same way I could look at it and know if that war continues and they're about to move into a new phase of that war any day now, it's going to expand and get a little bit nastier. If that happens, and when that happens, it's going to drive the cost of these items even higher. Government can do various things to try and mitigate against that. So instead of the price rising by $2, it could raise by $1 instead. That's what needs to happen.
One more thing I want to find, Sheldon. If NP have a next meeting anywhere in Pemwater area, I get the people to go out to listen to the meeting.
Okay.
And Sheldon, you don't have a community center in Pemwater. One community center no in Beaton, and that is it. So you need a community center in Pemwater area.
Okay, well that's something to work on in the next round.
You know long I call for that.
All right.
So we need that.
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. 4407377. Let me say a special good night to the family of the late Michelle Samuel Weatherburn. Yeah, from out there in La Femme. Let me say, I know they listen to the program on a nightly basis, so let me say a special good night to them. We have a call online. Good night. Hello.
Night, Sheldon. Good night.
Hi, good night. How are you?
Not too bad. Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
I know if you remember his voice.
Of course I remember that voice.
Sheldon.
That voice ain't here locally. That voice is international.
Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
I am so hurt and hurting and painful in my heart. Sheldon, you remember the first election we had when that lady cried in the parliament and she was talking and you called me back when I say I will offer some help with, I think with Patty and them, we had something on Rockland Road and I went there and I did a contribution to send back whatever
I remember.
we made. Oh my God. Sheldon, how a God-fearing person could align a people who is hurting people? How I, as a Christian, how could I go and align myself with that? And look what's happening today. What position she get in the government? I thought I saw her sitting with the Prime Minister there, you know. I don't know if I'm mistaken. For the press conference. Sure,
she was sitting with the Prime Minister. That was a press conference immediately after the crossing of the floor. And but to be honest with you, I did not listen to the press conference because there was nothing of worth being said.
Well, I did not hear the whole thing of it. Anyhow.
Yeah, it was the same old story.
This question. I'm asking that question. What believer who really true know God and his love is people deliberately hurting your neighbor. He says, whoever wrong you is your neighbor, is not only the person next door. How could I go and align myself with you? I don't know, something is not right. Definitely it's not right. No, another thing about my former prime minister, I don't know, I said it with Carl and then. I keep saying, Sheldon, with due respect to Dr. Mitchell and how he feels, Sheldon, it is God who put up and who put down. It is God who assigns leaders. And there are times leaders take what God gives them. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And I keep saying to myself, I tell Carl and them, I say, why Dr. Mitchell keeps saying he's going? Did God tell him to go? Years ago, I met a lady. She used to come to St. George's Baptist Church. I don't know what happened to that lady. She was a prayer warrior. And she said that God admired, what she said, I can't remember what she said, but she said God has put Dr. Keith in that position to lead Grenada. He has the desire and God has given it. And I keep saying, I've said publicly, why is he saying that? Because, again, Sheldon, that year when they won the election, here in America, I'm going through God's word. I don't want to stay in too long, but these are things from my heart I want to call you long.
No, say, go ahead.
That I met an individual in Bobby. And I saw the individual, I won't call his name, it's a well-known man home. And I saw this man looking at me. So what is this man looking at me for? Anyhow, I spoke, and then he called my name. I said, it's you? And then we start speaking, and I said, listen, you know, God gives me a word, and I send it to my daughter, and I said, tell Dr. Mitchell he will win. And the individual said to me, yes, girl, my pastor says so too. So I had a confirmation. This time, Sheldon, I had a saying, but I tell God it's because what I think he gives to me. I did not get a confirmation. So I kept quiet. And I don't know that I heard somebody said that Andrew this morning said, the Prime Minister was saying, hitting Martinique, Carriacou and Grenada. I said, what's going on with this man? The man turning the country upside down, Sheldon. Where is the spiritual people on their eyes? And the man even over his eye, he kept fighting things. People in a common sense and spiritual eyes. These things are spiritual matter happening in Grenada. All these years, Sheldon, you ever hear a Prime Minister or a car crash or got into an accident? All these years we live in Grenada, we never hear that.
In front of church, it happened in front of church. It happened right in front of church.
Okay, let's look at that. Where all these spiritual people who praying, what is God saying to them? I'm only asking God for mercy, not for us, no children. For mercy, because to the word again, the second word he gave me, and I asked him why. He told me the desire, and you can remember, so I keep telling Carl and them that. They say they want a new king. So we're praying for God for what? I don't know if we should be praying anything, because time has to wind down itself. Let everybody see and take what they get. I'm saying it because my heart is hurting, and this is what God is allowing in Grenada. People were going on too much. We were getting so much help. Grenada was prospering. We did not see that. The devil is a liar. That's all I have to say tonight. The devil is a liar, and God has to rule, because no man will own nothing here. He said the earth and the fullness thereof is his. So who thinks the one Grenada and the want it, let her have it. But Grenada belongs to my God, my Almighty God. So let it continue. Thank you so much, Sheldon.
All right, my dear. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I haven't heard from that caller in a very, very long time. I must let him call. I must let him get through. 440-7377. Let me say a special good night to the men and women of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Yeah, I'm saying a special good night to the men and women of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Hope that you all are having a wonderful night tonight. Yeah? I know. Only fine I ain't talk about all the issue. Not yet. Don't worry, we're coming to that. We have a call online. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Sheldon Scott.
Hey, good night.
How are you?
I am quite fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Good.
All right, you go right ahead. You're live.
Sheldon, listen, today I went in the supermarket in Foodland.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was inside there, picking up a few little things, I went by the cashier there, standing in the line to pay for my stuff. You had a lady in front of me. I don't want to lie, Sheldon. The woman had about 7 piece of item in she basket, and when the cashier done cash up everything and she tell the woman the price. The woman was like, "What? All the money for that?" And she pull out the money now to pay for the stuff, and she didn't have enough money to pay for the stuff, so she had us to take back some stuff and put it back on the shelf. Boy, to be honest with you, my heart really just break inside the supermarket, to actually seeing people, not even 10 piece of item the lady had, and the lady had about 7 piece of item. And she had us to put back item because the money could not even buy the item. And I was so heartbroken. And, I said to myself, boy, for me, I just complain about I don't have this and I don't have that. And I'm making a big fuss and a big fight. But there are people in society, not only in Grenada, in our world, that don't basically have it to get basic things that they need for themselves. And a next instance again, a couple of weeks ago, I met a young lady by the bank. She was standing up right in front of the bank. So I went inside the bank, I take her some money in the teller, and I come back out. So on the way back out now, that young lady actually grabbed my hand, and she pulled me aside and she was giving me a story about she child father this and she child father that, and she actually had the child with her. The child was with her, stand up with her in tongue, and you could see maybe I don't know. I don't want to judge the young lady, but you could have seen that young lady she just didn't have it, and the child was looking all hungry and was looking all sleepy and all tired. So she said, she had $40 there and she wanted to buy some milk and some little pampers and things for the child because the child father ain't giving her nothing. I don't know if the guy is working or if he's not working, but I don't want to judge that. So she was giving me the story about her child need this and her child need that, and to myself, I'm thinking about. I said, boy, wait, no, that young lady probably just begging me because she want to beg me. She see I'm going to tell her and take out money, so she just begging. But then he hit me again, boy. I said, boy, what's about if that young lady is being very genuine, that she just don't have, and know that God is giving me an opportunity to help somebody, and look, I want to turn that down. So the same time now, I take her and I bring her over in Foodland. I tell her, pick up the milk what she need, pick up the pampers what she need, and the cereal. And the thing come up to $120 something. It was three things she pick up: milk, pampers, and some cereal. And the thing come up to about $120 something. I can't remember the price. And Sheldon, to be honest with you, boy, you could see the relief on the young woman's face. She was so thankful. She thanked me. About 3 weeks back, I saw the same young lady, and she tell me she get a little work now, and things really starting to come in for her because she working now, so she could able to buy like a thing now and then. I still take out a 50 and a gear and say, watch, your girlfriend, hold that. You understand? I know how things will be. Some people, you hold that and take care of yourself. And she was so grateful. So tonight, Sheldon, I just want us as the talking point family, just to pray for people. Sometimes people could be going through a hard time. And I think, some people, Even if you know you're going through a hard time, find somebody to speak to. They could even call the program. You have people that is willing to help. And I personally believe, well, not to personally believe, there's evidence to show that there's a lot of people in our society who need basic things and they just cannot afford it. Basic things like toothpaste, maybe roll-on, maybe soap, maybe cricks, maybe sugar, and they just cannot afford it. So when somebody tell you that they need help, and I find, we as people, we have this kind of attitude about us that we always think every time somebody beg us, it's because they want to do something otherwise with the money. But Sheldon, to be honest with you, boy, there's a lot of people in our society, Sheldon, that they just don't have. They just don't have. So when we get opportunity to help somebody,
And you see, that
if
is
you don't
that
trust,
is why we have the section on our site where folks can donate, and so, because when we encounter situations like that, we try to assist. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that contact us, and it's a situation where, for instance, they've gotten that call from Grenlec, and when you get that call from Grenlec, within a certain amount of time you have to pay or you're disconnected.
or
Or
you're disconnected, yes.
Noasa is about to disconnect them and they have children in the house and that sort of thing. Or they have the
Exactly.
children to send to school and they've got no money to send them to school, or they've got, and I'm speaking here of both men and women that find themselves in this situation, and that is why we try to assist.
Exactly, but I just think it was important, just to make that point again to people. If we could help, let us help. Because for me, it's for sometimes I don't help a lot of people. When I could, I would. When I can't make it, I just can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, boy, Sheldon, boy, it real tough, boy, tough. And
Okay.
I'm not only speaking about only Grenada. The whole world right now is hard, boy. So if somebody help you with something, you have to be very appreciative for that, because I'm telling you, it's tough, boy. It's
All
tough.
right. Okay, my
So,
friend.
yeah, man. So, yeah.
Thank you so very much for your call. All right, 440-7377. That's 440-7377. And that's the number for you to call and get on the inside. You can call directly or you can call us on the WhatsApp. Yeah, and if I miss your call on the WhatsApp, I just call back too. So 440-7377. And folks, as I was saying, remember we have that activity. It's coming up not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. It's going to be in Grand Mall. All right, so you have the constituency match taking place, all of that. Nice. We have a call online. Good night.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night, sir. How art thou?
How are you? Not by things bad with me, man.
Oh gosh.
For the past 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I've been having terrible nightmares. I can't sleep good, and when I get up, I'm getting up, frightened.
Night terrors.
Huh?
Night terrors.
Yeah, well, not that too, I figure I don't want to blame you much, but the pictures that I may put in on the show there, that tell me up. Sometimes I was why you laughing, man? I talking something sensible, you laughing, man? Yes, so sometimes I get and I believe it's some kind of coming around by me, so I was kind of frightened. Yeah, so.
Okay, so I'm going to
Right,
I'll put the audio alone from now on. I'm going to put the audio alone.
Which place our Prime Minister had meeting this afternoon? You have any idea?
No, he had a meeting in St. David. I'm not sure on the exact location. But I know that the Prime Minister did a walkabout in Vincennes and so on today. And he had a meeting up there.
What I'm saying, we're in June now, eh?
Yeah.
June, July, August.
Mm-hmm.
August coming, Carnival coming up just like we're going to chat to play in the Jab band and forget Grenada and how they living.
Preparing to go and play jab.
Go and play Jab, yeah? That is what he planning to do. Guy to planning to help nobody in Grenada. He ain't helping even the Grenadians to have a good life. And the next point I want to make, yeah, I know Grenada usually have inquiries.
Mm-hmm.
put in the right word there, inquiries.
Yeah, you do
Right,
an inquiry.
Do you have any idea when we will have an inquiry concerning this present government with the Prime Minister and his ministers for the wrong things that they are doing?
Well, my friend, it's going to be interesting because again, I would like to know about the involvement in the CBI program.
Exactly. That is my main reason, and then the bank business.
Yeah. So I would like to know
because
it is illegal what has been done.
We having an inquiry because I really interested. I want to know. Because if you cannot study the people in Grenada, you can't study them, their livelihood, nothing at all. So it doesn't make a sense. So let us bring that and let's see if we could get something positive from there.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
You and your other listeners have a nice evening. I'm listening still.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much.
Oh, listen.
Yes, I'm waiting. Yeah.
No, I think I'll call you
direct on that one.
Direct, and because I want to do something. I want to do something.
No problem. All right, my friend.
Take care of yourself.
All right, great. Thanks. 440-7377, and we have a call online. Good night.
Sure, good night, boy. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Boy, I was listening to this news for the security officers, and I was hoping that is not true. I was hoping that it wouldn't happen because I have a son that does security as well. But it seems as though it happened. And I don't know how... Sheldon, I really don't know what is going on in this country. It seems as though I wish the opposition could step up a little bit because these guys are just doing things on their own accord, and it's like nobody really taking them on seriously, you know. But I think Master Carl have a copy of a song that entitled "Go Now Please." I think you should get a copy of that and play it when you at the start of your program. It's a very good a message sending to the people. And I'm giving them some hope. You're making them stronger, you know what I mean?
Yes,
so,
indeed.
I think, Sheldon, without you, without Master Carl, and without Mr. Pierre and others, where we would have been? We would have been knowing what is taking place in the country. And it's like, when you talk, people want to get vexed with you, but people must understand that everybody have the individual choice to make, and I choose to support a party of my choice, and they choose to support a party of their choice. I shouldn't get vexed with them. Why should they get vexed with me? So this is what I don't understand in Grenada right now. I remember when during the election campaign, I got a job with a lady, and that was a ploy they used, because as soon as I jumped in the car, she didn't even know who I support. She said, but I know we can beat it with her, so we have to vote for her position. You know what that means? Sheldon, you're an intelligent guy. You know what that means? When I go and vote for opposition, I ain't go vote for kids. I go vote for the opposition. So I making NDC stronger, and that's a ploy they use, and that work for them. Mm-hmm. But in any case, this thing wouldn't happen forever. God is good. We have to pray and ask God to help those folks who got themselves under pressure because of the bad decision they make. They had it in their hand, and they just let it slip through the fingers. I'm sorry for them, but we have to pray for them. We have to pray and ask God to help them take care of the country in a way that these people will progress and these people will eat and drink. I know some of them will go hungry, but what can you do? I was wondering, Sheldon, if it is possible that we could start kind of a savings, like I don't know if it's in the bank or with you. So that when somebody in trouble, they want $40 or $20 or something like that, we could just hand it to them instead of to go to the bank and stuff like that. You think that could happen?
Well, that is why we have a donation section on our page. Right now it stands at $0.00. I could tell you all that. But there is this section on our page where people can donate. Whether you're local or you're international, you could donate like that. Otherwise, we usually say if you have to leave something, you leave it with Cami. Yeah, but what we need to do though is if you're leaving with Cami, you have to specify whether that is for the dialysis patient or if it is to help other folks.
Yeah, because I left something with the idea for the dialysis patient. You got it?
We always get, once you leave it with Cami tells me the moment I reach, she say, Mr. A man just leave $20, a man leave $5, In fact, even if I don't pass, Cammy would call me and say, look, somebody leave something there. Ask the people to pass and collect. That's one thing with her. The moment she get it, she call.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is like what we will have to start the ball rolling somehow.
Yeah.
And start a donation sheet, a little donation thing going, so that the people who you will know the people, they will come to you ever so often, and they will tell you the situation.
And I want to do it a slightly different. I want to involve one or two people so that there are different people that know what is taking place, rather than it's just me and I alone know what's taking place, and I know that this one get and that one get. I want it like that. I want to involve one or two other people.
I am coming up with it because I understand what is taking place with the country right now and with people. So I just want to ask if we could start up something.
Yeah.
And I will be very interested in helping the situation, because really and truly we cannot wait until the election comes up, because in the meantime many people might follow and will get crazy. So we have to see how we could help them. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I will look into that. I will try to start it. When is I want to start it?
No, you can start anytime because people are in need right now.
Okay, right. Okay, so I will try to start maybe tomorrow, please God.
Okay.
All right,
my friend.
And then you will just try to let the people know that is the scene, and we take it from there.
Okay, no problem.
Have a good night, man.
All right, thank you.
Blessings. Thanks.
440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on the inside. I just got a message from one of our listeners there. They went in to the General Hospital this morning about 9:30, and up to now they haven't received treatment up to now. Yeah, they've been having some serious problems. I won't go into the details of the issue that they have, but they've been going there to try and see a doctor, and one doctor, and they haven't been able to see a doctor. So they went to the emergency department. That's the kind of thing that's taking place. And then they're talking about they improve the healthcare system. Yeah, right. Yeah. We have a call online. Good night.
Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
Are they and are listening to y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we make like a food basket instead of giving them the money?
No, we could do it like that too.
You understand? You could buy sugar, flour, rice, chicken, fish.
Yeah.
And give them a little basket if you really need it. Excuse me. Because sometimes when you give them the money, they go and do their nails.
And we ain't going down
there.
that road.
You buy food.
Mm-hmm.
You buy sugar, flour, rice, bread, biscuits, some eggs, and you give them a little food basket with food.
Cammy, eggs?
Yeah.
I thought
and
eggs used to give away.
A water bill, tell them bring the bill come.
Yeah.
And then you'll give them the money to pay the water bill. Because a lot of people are corn man and corn women in the right. No apology.
No. What?
Because when you give them the money, they go and do the hair, they go and do the this, or they give them man the money to go and drink Stagger.
No, what I do is I do a background check. I don't just
buy
like
food
that. Yeah.
So powder, and you make a nice little hamper and you give it to them.
Yeah. I think that's a wonderful idea, Cammy. An excellent idea. So we collect, we say how much we have, and we do some baskets.
Just bring you water bill come, or the light bill, and then you give them to go and pay the light bill. And that is because you cannot trust people now, and people, it starts to take, but it is very ungrateful, because I see what I speak about this tonight earlier on. I see how that the former Prime Minister helped this individual, and the thing they're saying, that kind of, it hit me hard. I don't even want to give somebody some water to drink. Yeah? And I don't have to shame to say that, because I'm the ground. And I know of people, because up to today, there was a lady by me that she didn't have nothing. She sit down the whole day, since around 8 o'clock. So when I'm ready to close to come up tonight. You understand? And I ain't telling no lie. So when I call the radio, people coming back next day and cussing me and throwing words. But I know people are going through a hard time in Florida. I going through my problem. You think I can come on the radio and say I want this, I want that? No, abandon my belly. Anyhow, I want to say good night to Mr. Martin, the former Commissioner of Police. I want to thank you, sir, for the hard work that the sacrifice you made. But we need a caravan pretty much next, sir. In this country, in the police force. I want to thank you, sir, and have a pleasant night if you're listening. I know you did a wonderful job.
Mm-hmm.
You have some people that don't have nothing good to say. You understand? But I come in series of God, thanking you for the hard work that you did in this country with the police force. Have a good night, Grenada.
All right,
I
Camille.
want to pass tomorrow and go to me. Again, I was probably jump because I'm not as scared. I'm not scared because what I'm saying is the truth. I see that every day.
Okay.
Every day. Buy school and get them.
All right, Camille. We go operate like that.
They want pampers about a pack of pampers and we share it with pick it up and give others. Because a lot of mothers, as the man say with the lady inside the bank, a lot of mothers walking with the children and the men drinking starve. They buy super drinking starve. Have a good night.
Okay. We have a caller on the other line. Good night. Hello. Oh boy, it seems as though we lost the caller. Hello. Oh boy, yeah. Caller, call back. Okay, I think they just have. Hello, good night.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hi, good night, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I'm quite fine.
Man, good program as usual. I've been off the program for 1 week, but I'm back again.
All right.
No, I'll have to find another source of making a donation to the whole cause. I'll do it through a third party, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will set up the connection, and they will deliver the money to you, so you can do, to help people who really need something.
One other thing that could take place is that those of you that are up there, if you want to put together, and for instance, if you want to make a barrel or so that you're sending down, and this is to make hampers to give out, if you want to do some, like a group of you up there who are listening to the program, want to put together and do some back to school items, because we know we're ending the school term in about a week or two, and then it's back to school. So if you all want to do it that way, that instead of sending cash, yeah, I would think that's a nice way to do it as well. If one or two of you, I could connect one or two of you together, and we could do it like that.
Okay, we can figure it out. Sometimes I find the barrel take too damn long.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's one thing, eh?
And so many things could happen in along the way. So but the cash is like instantly in a few seconds, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to set up a third party, and they're going to make a donation to you, so you could, do whatever you wanted to any charitable cause. Okay?
Oh, no problem.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Good program.
All right, great, thanks. 4407377. That's the number. Yeah, so I could even connect one or two of you if you want to do something like you want to do a barrel of school supplies. There's back to school, and we can select some really needy. Yeah, we ain't just going out and say we handing out, and we ain't going and just go and say we're going and stick a camera in somebody's face and that kind of thing. But find out who is really needy and get it to them. Because we have situations, I know one of our listeners promised to give me some school bags, right? So I already have a connection for some school bags and different things like that. So if that's something you all know to get to me, you can inbox me and so on. And then we could put some people together and get some stuff like that together. But we also need to ensure that it goes to who is really needy. Yeah, we're not going to be giving it to people as Cammy and them say, what? They go in and drink Stagger thing out there. And yeah, nah. We're making sure and do a little background. We check in to make sure that they really need the assistance that we're going to provide to them. You see, that's the difference with this program and certain other programs. Certain other programs, they want money because they want to go and gamble. Yeah? We ain't doing that. No. And we ain't even wanted to do even have to come to us. Right? But once it is done in a way that it can assist some of the people out there and some of the stuff that we're hearing about. Yeah? But let me see, somebody's just messaging me on something there. Yeah. So once we can do that, that'd be a good one. 4407377, that's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. And I believe we have a caller over on the WhatsApp. So let me just make sure I get that caller in. Hello, good night. Hello.
Yeah, good night.
Hi, good night.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, my dear.
Good night.
Yes, I have to load the volume. Load the volume in the back a little bit for me, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me start it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Hold on. Yeah. Brother Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Well, this is the second time I'm calling, so I was listening. What I want to say, the other day I was walking, and I heard a little boy behind me saying, Miss, can you give me a bus fee, please? But I won't say where you from because it's way up. You have to take 2 bus. And I just given him money. He just said, Miss, can I have a bus? I know the fella. I know the little boy. He come to school quite in St. Paul's, but you have to take 2 buses from home. So I just take what he asked me for a bus fee. But when I asked him where you from, he tell me he come out way up. But I won't mention it because if I mention it, people might know where the boy come out. So I just given the money to pay the bus to town and to pay the bus to go. So I realize you have a lot of people, children is suffering. But I say God is good. You come through for Grenada.
Let me tell you, who can tell you about that, Cami? I've been by Cami on not 1, 2, or 3 occasions, many occasions, and not just recently, over the years, where children go by her and they go there for bus money to go home because they just don't have it to go. But they know if they go by Miss Cami will give them the bus money to go home. I've seen it on many occasions. Yeah, right now it's happening a lot more, but I've seen it over the years. I've always seen that happening by her.
Because when he tell me that I feel if I'm a watchman, I say, where you from? He say, I won't mention the place Rainbow. You have to take 2 bus. And I just give him the money. And the same time the bus come, and he just take the bus and he go. So I say a lot of people suffer. We just have to pray.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you so very much, my dear.
Yeah, well.
And continue to do a good job like that. Continue to do good deeds like that. All right.
True.
Thank you so very much.
That's not, yes. Okay.
All
Thanks.
right. Yeah, and one of our listeners just messaged me and they're saying there are situations right now. They said good night. Not sure this was yet mentioned, but recent decisions to terminate security contracts have left some families with absolutely no source of income. Situations in which both parents worked as security officers, now no jobs, and kids to care for. Yeah? So you have some of them who both the mother and father were working as security officers, and now both of them home. Yeah? I had not mentioned it before. Yeah? I had not mentioned that before. And allegedly, they kept on those who are close to them and sent those packing who allegedly they investigated and who they believe voted for the New National Party. So once they find you look like you was a supporter of the New National Party, back of the line. Yeah? And if they believe you're a worker who aligned with the NDC, they even care about your history on the job. Yeah, they're holding you. Nice. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that's going on. 4407 Velma, good night. 4407-377. That's the number to call and get on the inside. We have a caller. Good night. Hello. Hello. Good night. Hello. Okay, it seems as though that caller may have an issue with their device. 4407-377. That's the number to call on the inside. Let me see. Right. Yes, so look, somebody already messaged. They're willing to assist. Yeah, let's get some stuff together for the children and so on. Yeah, and we ain't only doing that in tongue. We have to do that all over. Because I tend to think sometimes we're doing things and everybody want to do it around tongue. So you only focus on people in St. John. No, it's have children in St. David and in St. John and St. Patrick and St. Andrew and St. Mark, etc. that need assistance too. So let's get this done. And even if we say we're sending 5 here, 5 there, 5, there's 5 children that didn't have before that would have. Even if we could get them a school bag with some stationery and that sort of thing, if we can get that together and pass on to some children and so, with whatever little assistance apart from that we can give them, I believe that would be a good help to a lot of those out there who really can't do it, who really can't make it at this time. All right, 4407-377. That's the number for you to get onto the inside. Let me say a special good night to you, Wade. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful night tonight. All right, my brother? Nice. And let me see, back to the phone lines. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi.
I think you should get Mr. Donald and Jordan on that, on board with that. I think he's very good at those things there.
Yeah, because if you're doing, a lot of times we do these things and we tend to only look as close to home, so around town.
Yeah,
and I think you need to do St. Patrick, St. Andrew, St. Mark, St. John.
Yeah, you have a point.
Yeah, so we can collaborate on that.
Yeah. So Chef, you could check Mr. Donald on that. He's very good at that.
Okay.
Yeah, bless.
All right. Nice. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number. Officer, me, you know about that one. 440-7377. That's the number to call and get on the inside. And 347-329-3101. All right. So you can call that number as well. All right. So, folks, just remember, it is coming up there, the new National Party pre-Father's Day Sports Day. You go hear the commander trying to put something on the same day as well, because they hear NNP doing something. Yeah, right now they're trying to follow. So, we're doing something on June the 11th, pre-Father's Day. So, they go on to play the commander and do something then. But I nothing. They do the thing, we do the thing. Right? So, you could contact the new National Party headquarters for more information as the time draws closer. 440-1875 and 440-1876. So you could call that number and you should be able to speak to the nice ladies there. They would give you some more information in relation to it. So inter-constituency cricket matches, inter-constituency football matches and with mixed teams. So both male and females on the teams. Right. So that will be taking place at the Grand Mall playing field. They'll also have stuff there for the children. So they'll have games and different things there for the children. So it could be a nice family outing. So it's a pre-Father's Day activity. They'll have lots of food. Yeah, when I say lots of food, Cammy, you might get the curry mutton again, girl. So they'll be having lots of food and thing. Yeah. So when I'm the fried chicken and thing does finish fast and that kind of thing. But it's not just fried chicken and chips. Everywhere you go, it does get that. Right. Not just that. You go have oil long, it go have all kind of thing there. Nice, right. So that will be taking place not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. So contact your constituency leads and get the information as to buses and that kind of thing so you could join us in that one. We have a caller. Good night.
Sheldon.
Hey.
Mr. Scott, you remember on the other talk show you used to have what's the name again? Was Hard Talk?
Hard Talk, yeah.
Remember we started a book, school bags giving to children?
Yep.
I sent for you. And we've been doing that a long time, you know.
Okay.
But, yes, we've been doing that a long time, doing things for children. And that's what I've been doing over the years.
Yeah.
But I know this was not what putting on Facebook. You understand?
Yeah, but I know.
Thing. And to have to tell people you're doing that. Because I do that every day, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. I mean, I could tell you tonight, and who want to get, I will always buy a case of orchard. I buy a case of orchard that when a child pass, they get a drink, and I buy a thing of lollipop, you know, and I've been doing that for years. When I have fruit, they get fruits get food, you know, but you have some heartless people with it right now. They don't give nobody enough money. They didn't care about the child with the bus. I do that every day. Every day. I give children money for the bus to go home. Because most of them had to take 2 bus. You have a little boy tell me he had to take 2. He taking the Granville bus. When he reaching Granville, he had to take 1 to go Paradise side. And not the alone, more than 1. You know. So I think we must look out for the children more. Because a lot of parents, they don't have. And you have someone to help. Because your man that sit down all day drinking rum and St. John Street all day, they have so strong in their hand. Oh, and when I tell the children I put on bus, why should I leave them to the children out too fast? Our money. I have 10 grand children, you know. 10 grand. I have 5 children, 10 grand. You understand? So we have to help. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of parents, it's hurting. Because you have who are to help them and they're not working right now. Because the Rasta man, they give the contract for the security from Cheryl. And they send home this guy and they take 3 other men. And today, you understand? And he's passing today. And he He campaign for Clarence, so he get a walk. You understand? So Grenadian, help. God put help. And don't help and God put it on Facebook. Don't want to say what you do.
Just double check, make sure that
you
you're helping the
understand?
right people.
Have a good night, Grenada, and everybody. Good night.
All right, Gabby.
Because Shalon, on that NNP time, we could have over Peter David on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And when Dr. Mitchell was up here at the office, we could have over him. We could have over Mr. Dabro. And he have play your water bill, tell you like this, because I hear a lot of people testify. We could have go, but there is nowhere we could go now. So you know what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people used to go by the minister and get it to head.
Cammy.
You understand? Good night.
Cammy, no, as soon as the program done, I will give you a call. I want to find out something from you. But I don't want to find it out on air. I want something that you said earlier, I want to find out. So I'll call you. Oh, and she go on with Lord. Cammy, you want to see it. But yes, I want to call you right after the program because I want to find out something there. And yeah, folks, even sometimes if it's a school pants, a school skirt, or something that you could do for a child and you know there's a child in the community, they're willing. Yeah, you don't just get to those that ain't interested in going to school and so because it has some of them, Yeah. But a child that's willing, that's in need and so on, they could help. Could be a school shirt, could be a school pants or something to help them, to encourage them that they would be willing to go to school and so, yeah? So let's see how we could help some children as much as possible. Yeah? As much as possible. 440-7377, that's the number for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. You understand? Yeah.
All you clean, all you like people business. All you interfere with the right man, yes. Fire for fire, man. Sing it. Good guy. Good guy. Good guy.
And we have a call online. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Hi, good night. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, man. I just called from West Hall. We had a wonderful evening.
Yeah, I see some pictures. I realize that. No wonder some people get frightened.
I know. Well, they had a walk and greet today.
Yeah, they had a walk and greet and they follow it with meeting we girl.
Yep. So they're having a walk and greet today. So they're up in Chancellor, but they can't stop us.
All right. So the people of St. David are energized.
We're looking good in St. David.
Wonderful.
Because people bawling, people crying, people talking about it.
Well, I hear they went certain area. And the people smiling and thinking about when they walking up, they're saying, "What the hell you come up here for? Like, you don't move there."
No, but serious. Because when I see some of them daylight people that turn out this afternoon, I was like, okay then.
And,
we get in there.
And remember, they had the opportunity to go to the other side meeting tonight. They had an opportunity, and they still came to the new National Party meeting. That says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Because these people...
And then the weather, too, a lot of people couldn't come out. They say if for the rain and everything, you know. But, yeah, we look good, man.
All right. Wonderful, my dear.
And the young man was there, you know, Dr. Kitchetel.
I didn't hear.
Same young as ever.
Oh, Doc!
Doc is young as ever. Hey. I wonder what you're all giving him.
He says, drink lots of water. Dr. Mitchell said, drink lots of water. Make sure you're properly hydrated. Eat properly. Sleep enough and on time. And don't go to bed with any hate in your heart. His mother said the same thing. She said, don't go to bed with no hate in your heart and bitterness and so. You're cutting your life short.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I heard her say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all of that. That's why he could go and put his head down at night and feel comfortable. The only thing that does bother him is when he know what all the people that we're speaking about tonight are going through. Imagine all the security officers that are home today. Mm-hmm. And mother home, in some instances, mother home and father home. In some instances, it's a single parent family, so it's a mother alone or a father alone, and that individual is home.
Well,
And that affects the children too, the children watching that and it affecting them,
I have a friend right now, she's home, she boyfriend home, and they have 6 kids. It's hard, it's hard.
And then you have some heartless people out there. Well, why they make 6 children? You understand?
It's what God give you. What God gives you.
No, but remember, yesterday, the Minister of Finance was saying that we population too low. We need to make more children in this place. You were saying the population way too low. We need more children.
Yeah, we underpopulated, yeah.
Yeah. And that is actually a fact. The population of Grenada needs to increase. But then you have the same NDC people saying, oh, they're making too much children.
I know. And then they take off the money that she used to get, a little 300 or whatever it is. So, 125 or 175, what that can do? What much that can do? When the two main person in the home is home now, not working, how they feeding the children with that? Bills to pay, food to get.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation that many people are facing. And coming on to 1 year, that's the achievement of the NDC. Sending home a pile of people. Yeah.
I want to keep asking, I know who is the representative for St. David's. I don't know if we have a permanent for St. David's or if a representative for St. David's. I would like to know that.
You're asking
Can you answer that for me, please?
You're asking the wrong program.
No, but I mean, we're not seeing him, we're not hearing nothing, things going on in our constituency, and you're not seeing him, you're not hearing nobody saying anything.
No, just now you go tell all you get fire truck for all you. The fire truck that Oliver Joseph organized for and everything, he will come and he go say he get fire truck for St. David and put it down as an achievement.
Only fools you go fool with that. You can't fool.
Because election meet the area for the fire truck built already, and the fire truck was already on order. So he go come and says he that get the fire truck for St. David's. Don't worry, come in.
Only fools he's gonna fool.
They already saying they already saying the lights in St. David, he that do it. How he could do the lights election night when they had the victory thing, they went under the lights. How he could have do the lights?
Thank you. Thank you.
He go claim the ones in Malmont too, don't worry. Just so he come in and says that he that do those too.
Yeah?
All right, my dear. You enjoy the rest of your night. Don't let them dog bite you there, because you might get medication in the hospital.
No, that's my dog. All right. I know. All right,
my dear. All right.
We'll chat again. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm saying that, and there was one listener last week that was telling me about a situation where a child was bitten by an animal, and when they went to get the medication for rabies, because if you're bitten by certain types of animals, you ought to be given the rabies vaccine, and there was none. Yeah. And that's a dangerous situation, because if it happened to be a case where that child was exposed to rabies, you want to know how that does be, nah? We have a call online. Good night.
Hi, Shalom. Good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Go right
They're
ahead.
making the Grenadian people, I won't say all, because the bourgeois people are them in trouble. Right? They're making us see so much trouble, Sheldon. When election nearby, they won't come and give all kind of a thing. They're going to put out road walk. They're going to give them all kind of a thing. But I'm saying, take it, eat them, drink them, and vote them out. Because that is the time when election coming up, they're going to come and try to promise the Grenadian people all kind of a thing. But I'm saying, take it and eat them and drink them and vote out the behind out. Thank you.
All right, my dear. Oh, my goodness. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. Let me see if I could call back one of the people that I missed a call from on the WhatsApp. Hello, good night.
Good night, sir. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm quite fine. How are you?
Sheldon, right now, good night to the Grenadian people. Right now, they're getting scared in St. David's. when dark is passing through, they are always getting scared. Dark pass through because when dark are wrong, we get briefcase of money. only empty briefcase we getting right now in St. David's. Empty briefcase and empty promises. We don't need that in St. David's. We had a good thing going on in St. David's where young people could have get a job. Right now, not all going on in St. David's right now. Right now, all the yellow band in Latam Junction, they stop wait.
Yeah, they throw it.
They chewing it, they stop wait. Some of them they want to wait in their hand, they hiding it. Because too much of empty promises. That minister, prime minister are doing nothing. Anytime he go is empty briefcase. When Keith Mitchell go, they getting briefcase and money, everybody getting eating our food. Till man Thomas say for eating food with poison. Tell them careful. I tell them the breezes blow fast in St. David's. The breezes blow.
Well, we are warning them. We are warning them at all. When the time come, we do know we had to do. You know me and St. David's already.
Well,
when the time come, we do know we had to do.
Yeah, so tell him when St. David's, we need to see things happening. We need to see things happening. I don't talk about the fire truck. The fire truck that really hard already. And Mr. Oliver Joseph was doing a very good job. And you know, a lot of people are misleading and saying this thing about this and that. But some of them who campaign for him right now, they're not in me. They didn't even get a job. I don't watch some of them.
Hello? Yeah, man. But you know, I was listening to the Minister of Finance yesterday. And people tell me don't put him up on the screen tonight, so I can't put him back up. But he was talking about some hotels, 3 hotels building, and that's going to create jobs on the island and that kind of thing. But what you failing to say is that 2 of those hotels were negotiated by the New National Party with Oliver Joseph at the forefront. And 2 of those hotels are in St. David's. One is in St. Patrick, 2 in St. David, and Oliver Joseph had a hand in all.
The second one, they're about to start the second one.
Yeah.
They call back some of them workers. The second one about to start. And people from all Greenville working, a lot of young people working, getting jobs. So,
and that's from the NNP.
Much going on in St. David's. Yeah, you see Bush in the place. Bush, don't talk about behind the station, the police station, and you have funeral every week. You have funeral. The man don't clean the place. Bush program, nothing going on for the people. Everybody complaining who shoots in.
Explain to me though, because I don't pass up in St. David's as regular as I used to. There used to be up just before the police station. There used to be a photo there of the late Mr. Michael Dennis Lett. I realize the picture disappear.
They take it down and put up the can.
Nah, that is not good enough. That is disrespect to the memory of Mr. Lett and his family.
They take it out and put up the can, Mitchell.
I find that is serious disrespect to the memory of Mr. Lett.
They say that the boss of St. David, so.
My goodness.
They take it out and put up the can, Mitchell.
All right.
Not much going on in the city. And place where you have funeral behind the police station. Bush, if you have young children in the place to go into school and who coming out from college late, people could hide or do some, to these people and them, and they don't clearly, they only talking about what they doing this Facebook government. They're ready yet. They're ready yet. They have to do better than that. That briefcase not working. That empty briefcase not working. So take it easy. Have a blessed night and
keep my brother.
Keep spreading the good news.
All right, my brother. We'll talk again soon.
Cool.
Thank you. 440-7377. That's the number to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. Let me see if I get another person that was trying to reach us. Yeah. And I'm still hearing a lot of stories from the men and women of the Royal Grenada Police Force. So again, because I didn't hear them address that issue, right? Coast Guard officers sleeping on the floor. And it's time for that to stop. Out in the dormitory area, so they're out in the hall, right? Time to fix that problem. Nice. They had the fire in April last year. A year has passed on that. Yes, the NNP was there for a couple of the months, but the majority of the time was you. Time to fix the problem. Stop trying to look for who to blame and start not just looking for, but implementing solutions to these problems, because it is a problem and it is unfair to the officers who, if something is wrong with a ship out there right now, is them. Yeah? If the Prime Minister is going out, even on a cruise, they're out there too. You understand? Anything. Something wrong with one of the boats coming up from Trinidad, is the Grenada Coast Guard had to rush out. Somebody go missing at sea, the Grenada Coast Guard had to go out. And you had them sleeping on the... I mean, come on, have some respect for the officers. You can't have them sleeping on the floor all this length of time. You can't do that. Come on, man. So, and I mean, I had to come and talk and say on that. We ain't have a Minister of National Security supposed to be knowing what's going on with the different elements within the security forces. Yeah? Come on, man. We had to do... I mean, you had to do better than that. You really, really had to do better than that. Nice. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. You know, this morning, I heard Citizen Rolo again. My goodness. I'm really trying to understand how the government really expects us to buy the story that it was the NNP. They in office, they had the money, they didn't pay the money for the medication, but they're trying to sell the story now that the NNP ain't. Of course, the NNP would not have paid, because if you're talking 2021 bills, 2021 bills are paid in 2022, same way 2022 are paid in 2023. No, they did not pay. They did not pay the bills. And you hear them saying, making statements along the line, both from the Minister of Finance and from the leader of government's business in the House of Representatives. Yeah, Mr. Arisa. Yeah, that one. Right. So they were saying that, in other words, they're going to pay some of the bills that worthy of paying. And I heard two cabinet ministers, senior cabinet ministers, making that statement, including the Minister of Finance. So what they're trying to say, that some kind of hanky-panky take place in relation to the procurement of medication? Because they're saying they're going to pay what deserves to be paid. All that deserves to be paid is every bill that you see coming in there. You have to pay the bills. So, I mean, and you're ending up with a situation now that people going to... Oh, man. People going to the hospital, they can't get what they have to get, that kind of thing. Come on, man. You must do better than that. We can't just say, allow this thing to continue that way, you know. Now you have the situation with the security of the workers, right? With the workers who are at these facilities and them now being placed in danger. Yeah, all kind of nonsense and mawet. Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Cost of living here keep rising daily. Unemployment rampant in this country. Prostitution is a fire.
We've got a call online. Good night.
Hi, good night, Sheldon. How are you?
Hey, I'm quite fine, my brother. You go right ahead.
Okay. All right. Listen, I mean, I'm going to make an across-the-board statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, regarding politics. Is there any possibility around not only Grenada, but through the Caribbean, where people could hold a particular degree in order for you to become a politician?
Oh, you mean, yeah, you can go to university and you can study, what's the name of the course again? There's a specific name for political science.
All right. You know, the reason I said what I said, look at, there are many people today, below on either side, but let me say as we speak today, look at the age group, okay? Then you look at some of the people, they cannot even manage their own business properly to such an extent, but you come to govern the nation. Now, it raises a question. And you see the problem we are facing. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
you must have, look at, I mean, in Grenada today, look at Dr. Mitchell, Peter David, and many others from the NNP side. We could see the quality. There are a few from even the NDC, but the majority of the ministers today, as we speak, I mean, it is very sad. And then we speak about the advisors, and Stanley Charles, you say, if somebody, you taking somebody from a field government, and you have that person advising you, how that is possible? Yeah? How that is possible? It is just disgusting in a sense. Let's try to raise the bar. Yeah? Not somebody must not just all of a sudden just come up from somewhere, nowhere, and become a minister. No. Let's look for quality representation. You know, I mean, it's very difficult for a minister, not all ministers which are there today among the 10 ministers who can give a good press conference.
Was they hiding from that? They want to go in press conference, they hiding from that.
Yeah, because they say they're not capable of doing it. Yeah? Sheldon Scott could do it better than them because why he was cooked into that.
But not just that, they're afraid to go. They go because they're going to face some serious questions that we continue to ask via this medium. We will continue to ask those questions because we believe that the Grenadian people need the answers to those questions.
That is the reason why I asked this question, that if people want to come and really represent their nation, not only Grenada, should go through certain institutions and become a good person in a sense that could come and lead or be a minister. That could set a legacy for the young one that comes to know, I want to be like Brian Lara. I want to be like Sir Vivian Richard or Kiriani James of Grenada. You know, you set a legacy. But today's, our future of the politics, you know, it is very bleak to see Sheldon Scott's son or daughter want to be a politician because they're not seeing it. You know, they're not seeing it. And I could tell you, my niece, when she was very young, and when Her Excellency Miss Lagranade, when she was appointed as Governor General, she was very, you know, that little kid, when she was asked in school what you want to be, and she wrote what she has to wrote, like, teacher was shocked. Very, very young. But the thing is that you could see in the person that leads that child to want to be the Governor General. Yeah? If we don't set an example, a good example, as a forefront person, you don't have a future. Because today, tomorrow, 10 years down the road, we are gone. It's the young one that has. But if we set the right standard, then the young people will benefit. And we see the current behavior in the House of Parliament of the young ministers. Yeah?
Yes.
And that is not appropriate. What is the future? It's worrying.
All right.
Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
I hope what I said makes sense.
Yes, it does. All right. Thank you very much, caller.
Okay, good.
All right. And I think we have another caller online. Let me just make sure. Hello? Hello? Hello, good night. Hello? Okay, it seems as though we lost that caller. Give us a call again, caller 440-7377. You can give us a call. Let's try again. Hello, good night. Hello? Hello? Hello, caller, pay attention to the phone. Hello? Okay, we lost that caller. 440-7377. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. Yeah, we have just roughly about 8 minutes remaining. Let me see if it's that caller again. Caller, let me see if I get them this time. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi, good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Yes, you're live, caller.
I know. Sheldon, today we come out and make a little hustle.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, Sheldon?
Yes, you're on. You're on, caller. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead. Hello? I'm not sure what's happening with that caller. Yeah, caller, you can try again. We have 7 minutes now remaining on the program, so you have to try and call in the next few minutes, huh? Yeah, 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on the inside. You can call us via the WhatsApp, or you could call us directly. Let's see. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Scott. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm quite fine. How are you tonight?
Right, I'm pretty fine, dandy, and okay.
All right.
Yeah, good night to the Talking Points family. I can't relate. Yeah. You know what I heard literally this morning from what seems to be an NDC.
Mm-hmm.
That lady actually say she called her relatives home and tell them she will not send barrels or monies or what have you if that person vote for NMB. That's the level of desperation NDC stooped to win an election. My God, if that is what we're going, if this is what we're going to the next election with, trust me, NDC, call you good luck. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Scott, have a good night.
All right, brother. Just get a piece of information. If that piece of information is true, fire like Monday. Anyhow, that's all I have to say. A slice of Mount Zion is for I. If that information proved to be true, I tell you, it's fire blaze on Monday. Nah, that better not be true, bro. Yeah, if that if that is true, yeah. Let's try the phone line again. Hello, good night.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night. Yes.
Today we come out and make a little hustle.
Mm-hmm.
So I passed by one of the regular hotspot boy in town to change a little check that the lady gives to us. You know what I mean? A little $400 check.
Yeah.
And the man said, Vivian, I can't change that check for you. But normally it's a place where I just always go. And Ken Jones does be always there. When the man told me that, I started to tremble because I find it was rather strange. He had got some change in check for me. And he turned to me, Vivian, and he said, boy, watch. Things ain't working, you know. I said, what do you mean things ain't working? $400, I tell you. Normally that's really changed any check I go there.
Mm-hmm.
I can make it. So, you know, that tells you something. But Sheldon, on the other hand, I tell people I didn't mind the change, you know. But it was not the right time because we was not doing too bad.
Mm-hmm.
We was not doing too bad at all, and I really upset because I mean we just go out and do a little traveling and thing, and have a few guys working with me, working for me, but he don't working for a lot of people. I with Michelle, and I just feel the pain, man. And to give them a little hustle, I have to be able to do traveling, because if you can't do traveling, it doesn't make a sense to give them a little hustle. You have to be able to do it and do it right. I mean, and every way you pass, people keep telling you, Vivian, boy, what really going on? I say, all you want is the change. Here is the change. Even what? I put them fellas sit down in Monday, if I leave them. And I talk to those boys and them, you know. I say, if all you want change, no, it's not the right time. The time will come when the change will take place, but now everything is going fine. Let me leave it like that. I have enemy out there like things are good. But now everybody's feeling the crunch.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is not looking good because this will just get a lot of young fellas frustrated and it's not nice at all. And I really worry about it. It's not good.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Deacon going to do, but he have to do something and do it very quickly.
Yeah.
Because the place is in real trouble. He don't see that because he getting what he have to get, riding up and down. He getting his salary and all the big boys and then getting the big work and they getting the salary. So they don't care about the poor man. But Sheldon, this is not right. But in a sense, as Kami does say, I'm happy. Let us see for themselves. Because what Kami was saying all the time is that the change was not supposed to be because we was doing very well. Imagine that the Prime Minister come and say meet a pregnant children. And now we have a problem. You can't employ nobody. What's the bush all about is bush? If that is the work they have to have, give it to the people. Let them get something to do because all way you pass. So that's all about by the side of the road. What kind of thing is that? That is what we vote for. That is the change. It's not good. It's not looking good. And I'm pleading to the Prime Minister, get up, make a walk, and see what is going on the block all year, like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. Because they have nowhere to go. And I don't like it. As a young man growing up, I don't like it. It's not looking good. So I want them to do something and do it quickly. I don't know what they're waiting for. They think 4 years is a long way to go still. We're right there. You understand? And then they're going to come back and lie to the people again. And the people will take it for a ride again. You understand? I don't like it. I have a good partner. He had a little security thing in the financial complex. He tell me they send all of them home. Government change, so they send all of them home. But that is not right. Everybody has to survive. It's not only the middle class of people in Grenada. Look out for the poor man. And that is hurting me. I cannot employ everybody, as I tell you. And you have to learn the skill. If you don't have the skill, you can't do the work. So I would like to help, but at the same time, you have to learn the skill. You understand? Because we have a lot we just get, and if you can't do it, it doesn't make a sense. Trust me on that one. But boy, Chelan, you don't looking good for them young fellas on them. You're looking good, and I'm really sorry that it changed, and the change is working for them. Chelan, have a good night here.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother.
Good.
Oh boy, and that's the story we're hearing right through or right around these days. Folks, that's all the time we have tonight for talking points, unless somebody call immediately like right now. But that's all the time we have for talking points tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you. And of course, it's been wonderful interacting with you all this week. And I'm not just speaking about on the program itself, because a lot of you reach out to me via social media, whether it's Facebook or your WhatsApp and different things like that. And we interact and speak from time to time. So I'm just saying a special good night. In fact, let me just take this one quickly. Hello, good night. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. On the program?
Yes.
Okay. I want to say now, we can go through more. I don't think Grenadians could go through more. And we had to start to take the street. We had to start from the north and from the south and the east and the west. We have to start. We have to do something. We have to throw them down. We have to do something, Sheldon. We have to get up and get these people and them, these boys and them. Grenada belongs to them. Right? So we have to get up and get. They're doing too much.
All right, my dear. Thank you. All right, yes. So you're hearing yourself in the background there. Nice. All right. And, somebody was trying to call me several times on WhatsApp. Let me just give that person the opportunity. It's the final program for the week. I take 2 minutes extra. Let me just see if I could find that person now. Give them the opportunity to speak. And then I am out. Hello.
Night, Sheldon.
Hi, good night. Yes, my dear. You're live.
Yes. Are they watching the... Sheldon, what that lady said the same thing I wanted to say. We have to get up and hit the streets. We have to do that. We have to make NC to understand Grenada belongs to all of us. And then the people that sending home for no just cause is not right. We have to get up and get the placards and go up in the ministry and demand for employment, demand for fairness, demand for that victimization to stop. We have to do that. We that employ them. Well, not me, but whoever vote for them and they see what's happening and some of them getting affected by the same thing they're doing too. We have to get up and go up in the ministry and make noise. We have to demand for what rightfully belongs to us. They have a responsibility for the people to get medication for the hospital, to employ people, so people get jobs, take care of their family. They have a responsibility to us. We have to make them to understand that. They cannot do what they want and expect us to just take it. We don't have them getting answered and we're taking no action against them. We have to take action. You have to get up and take action. Brian Grimes, my good friend, I tell you good night to you. I want you to do something too with the union. I want Grenlec, Nawasak, all them places I need to get up and stand up for the people. Go on strike. Put authority on the value. Go on strike. Then the government stop the shipments and they're doing. They'll shut down the country for a while that it takes. We have the power is in our hands. Let's get up and do something. Do something. Everybody just don't go to work. Shut down the place for a while. Let the crime run some sense. Can't find it working on the head. You know, this thing has to stop. You understand? We could do something about it. We could change it. But we keep going too quiet now. It's too much now. Teachers don't go to school. There's some of them go because some of them is on their side. But the majority don't go. Don't go. Yeah, girl, like, don't go to work. Now I don't open. Stores don't open. Let me do something. Airport closed down. We got the power. The power is in our hands. It's not in their hands. Look at America and them there when they see people getting around to what they hit the street and what they just do. To make them do what they have to do. We could do the same thing here. It's time we get up and take over the country. It's our country. Country belong to the 15 of them inside. Or this, yeah. And 16 of them because they're my God. The majority is us. We are the majority. Let's get up and take the country back. This time.
All right, my dear.
That's what I say, Shan.
All right, thank you. All right, folks. So that's it. That's all the time we have tonight for Talking Points and this week for Talking Points. It's been wonderful interacting with you this week. And of course, we'll be back on Monday, God's willing, from 8 p.m. with more Talking Points for you. Some people pinch me something, and I have to go and research. Yeah, I have to investigate and inquire and research and look for my envelopes and them kind of thing there. Yeah, somebody sent a digital envelope to me a while ago, but we will leave that one for next week. All right, so in everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. Love each and every one of you. I am out. And remember, June the 11th, we're heading to Grand Mall. Organize, get your crew together and so on. We're heading to Grand Mall on June the 11th.
Bacchanal people, they wake up again. I know what I saw, I heard them shouting. Johnny in the bed, searching for she man. Louis, she just jump up. Johnny, my own gun, he gone, he gone. Leslie gone, Stephen gone, Maurice gone, Gabby gone. That was more than action, it was plenty fun. You should be around, check what's going on. Woman in the gym, hold on to the man. As you turn your back, tell yourself be gone.